Welcome to your grand finals. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. We are going to have the showdown of Branded versus Kewl Tunes. And I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out, because there's a lot of strong interactions, and the Golden Sword Sword here, or Sword Soul, is a particularly interesting tech choice for this list, but actually it was pretty strong because we get to banish it, especially summon a light spellcaster from the hand or graveyard. So it actually puts a body back into rotation for you. And of course, Kewl Tune Harmony is so nuts. So we are going to see where this is going. And of course, Branded wins the key dice roll, deploying out a Looper Pooper. A Looper getting us Branded in High Spirits, the most insane card this deck has to offer. Sending the Ecclesia and the Grand Guignol to get us the Fallen of the White. We'll go ahead and send the Albion down, and we are in rotation. The Ecclesia has touched down. We're going to see the Ghost Bell actually cutting us off here of the Nadir Servant, which is an interesting choice to go into this, but I think it's fine because the board you're left on here is actually pretty decent. So we're going to go ahead and see the Ecclesia rotate back in. We're going to go ahead and see the Albion trigger to go ahead and set the most broken Fallen and Virtuous, and they're going to go ahead and trigger Fallen and Virtuous here to actually go ahead and pop that to summon out a Quem during end phase. Oh, we're comboing up here. Quem will go ahead and trigger to mill down Blazing, and we're set. So we're going to go ahead and see Synchro Overtake, revealing RS to special summon up the Rico to start combo. We're going to go ahead and see the popping of that. They're going to go ahead and chain the Kewl Tune to grab, of course, Rotary. Got to love the free Synchro up. They'll go ahead, get another free value card. All right. So we're going to go ahead and have our effects trigger up. We'll go ahead and see the Albaz rotating in here. All right. They'll go ahead and get their double search. We got an Albaz loaded on up here. And we're going to go ahead and verify everything here. We are good now. Albaz is going to go ahead and attempt to synchro. They're going to go ahead and chain the Harmonia here. We're going to go ahead and trigger the Rin Broom to special summon back the Albaz. All right. We'll go ahead and kick down our target. Go ahead and send the Albaz. No triggers on res. All right. We'll get our Ecclesia back. We'll chain this. We get crowned. That sucks. That's fine. Crown now locking us on this field is really bad. All right, we'll go ahead and Rotary reveal to get our additional. All right, go ahead and get out the back-to-back, and it's just Synchro Heaven. We lose our Quem. We'll go ahead and attack over, and attack over, leaving us on the Blazing. And we know they have a Rotary in their hand. Branded High Spirit's going to come back to our hand here. We'll go ahead and see the Incredible Ecclesia. They're going to go ahead and trigger Revive here to Synchro, which is going to go ahead and make the remix. Oh, boy. And they're going to go ahead and stack a nice Veiler on the top of our deck. Sword Soul's going to go ahead and trigger. They're going to go ahead and trigger B2B again. Every advantage we get just keeps getting streamlined. We'll go ahead and see this. They're going to go ahead and trigger to pop our Quem. We'll go ahead and get our Fallen out of the deck. They're going to go ahead and B2B revive the Harmonia. We'll go ahead and Blazing Cartesia. They'll go ahead and negate that with the targeting negate. And we do see the concession there. Oh, wow. That was not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Crown put in 1,000,000 miles of work in that matchup, and I think that's going to be a common occurrence in this this format kind of going forward. You know, Crown just locks and goes. All right, so starting game 2 off here, Branded is going first. Going to kick off the Sword Soul. Go ahead and get out our free starter. All right, go ahead and fire down Albion into the Ecclesia, and I believe we are off to the races here with no interactions. Quem coming down. We'll see the Sword Soul. We'll see the Quem to get the good card into rotation. And go ahead and set. Go ahead and hit end phase here to bring this on up. Go ahead and get the Ecclesia back on into our hand. And we do get our Dragon back. All right. Our opponent has Ash and the Crown now. That Crown could potentially mess us up, depending on what we do. So we're going to go ahead and see the starter here. We'll see the Ash. We'll see the Called By to take care of that problem, to get the Albaz. This will actually go ahead and set up so we can do the fusion. All right, Chainlink 3 is Grand Guignol. We're going to see the stupid Crown yet again, which I'm telling you, Crown locking the Albaz just makes it so that we can't suck these up, which is very, very, very important. We'll go ahead and see the Blazing, and we're going to go ahead and chain the pop that. All right, we'll go ahead and pull Clip out of the deck here. All right, and they'll go ahead and make the Synchro play. We'll get the Grand Guignol up here. Alright, so we have the stack above our effects, the Crackle Grand Guignol. We'll see the Theseus getting ripped here. We lose the Titanic Clad as well. which is fine. All right, we'll Rinbroom on back the Albaz to get back the Ecclesia. Rotary's coming on in now to go ahead and stack up. So luckily for us, I mean, we have Fiend and Thunder here, and we do have a working Albaz. So we do have this that we can spring on them. All right, so Super Poly, go ahead and fuse. Oh, wow. We're going ahead and chonking them on up. That's so good. Actually, getting the Dragon that Devours is solid. That actually won him the game. Beautiful, beautiful. That's what I like to see. That really saved him. Making the Dogma Dragon was... Having that crown has helped. Now, this game we have Vash, Valor, and Harmonia. Excuse me. And they're starting. All right. Rotary coming into rotation here. I'm going to go ahead and Droll Lock that. They'll go ahead and Synchro on up. All right. They'll go ahead and get a Synchro into the big guy. And we see the pass. All right. Fallen and Virtuous to go ahead, force that. And we'll go ahead and add up the incredibly good card here. So we just have to outplay all of this. The more we burn from the opponent here, the more advantage we can get. So Albaz is going to get Valored. That's pretty good. End phase, we'll get the Quem. All right. We'll go ahead and get Harmonia here. Oh, boy. We're going to go ahead and send down the Aria here. Alrighty. Well, we'll go ahead and take out the Quem. We will go ahead and mill down Brandon High Spirits. We'll go ahead and see the Rotary kick back to the deck. We'll go ahead and grab up the High Spirits. And we will get the Albion into the Ash. This Valor has to go 9,000 miles. And this Bella actually has to as well. Here comes the Kewl Tune Synchro into the Rotary. Alright, we'll go ahead and see Rotary Synchro into the Vices here. I think the Rotary will go ahead and trigger. They'll go ahead and get the Kewl Tune Synchro out of the deck. They'll go ahead and attack into the Albaz. Not having access to the other thing is really strong here. They do pull a clip out here. Alright, and we see Lightning Storm to clear this up, which is good. Alright, they're going to go ahead and clip. We're going to go ahead and High Spirits Chain. We'll go ahead and grab up the Branded here. Go ahead and special into the Synchro. Now we have to do a B2B, which I don't think is going to be much of a problem here. They're going to start bringing back some stuff. Alright, so they'll go ahead and get the clip back. We'll go ahead and get the Rip. And then Fallen a White. They will trigger to revive the Harmonia back to the hand. That's going to be annoying, but it's doable. Alright, so we'll go ahead and attack into that. End phase trigger to get the Fallen into rotation. Alright, so our opponent drew the Solemn Report. So we're back on a little bit of a grinding session here, but this is fine. I mean, like, this can be handled. Set. Fallen and Virtuous, go ahead and send to pop the Albaz so we can keep going here. We'll get a Fallen and Virtuous out of the deck. We'll go ahead and trigger the Brandon High Spirits back to the hand. Alright, we're getting places. Lightning Storm, well, you kind of have to negate that, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and High Spirits send to get the Ecclesia. We are in rotation now. Ecclesia on down. Go ahead. Revive. That's right, we get the B2B now. We're going to go ahead and crown that. Oh, that's rough. And then go ahead and turn Blazing back to hand. And they drew a Valor. Wow, they're forced to set now. This is over. That is crazy. So good. There's one other matchup I wanted to include in this, just for the sake of interest. Because I wanted to showcase the little mirror resonator that Blue was playing for this tournament, because you kind of got to see some of the cool yummy shenanigans, and it was very interesting just to kind of see why this was coming around. Obviously Harmonia being able to take out our whole field here is fine, but now the opponent has a monster, so that now means that mirror resonator can come down and we could just do full Fiendsmith combo right back into a recovery play for yummy, which seems good on paper, right? Like, as long as you're able to combo through these lines and you're able to go, it just seems pretty decent on paper. And that was one thing I appreciated about this, you know, being able to specifically cater the deck to these play lines is good. Obviously, you know, depending on how these builds are going to go, seeing the challenges that you're going to have to do, you know, you're going to make a good jump here. Being able to put the Wave King on the field, depending on the matchup. And you see, you're going to get the draw one here as well. Doesn't seem too terrible. Just tracked right back on up here. This deck makes such an insanely large field. We get the Desiree, we get the Wave King here, and we get the Equip. That's really bad news for the opponent. I mean, you have Imperm, but like, you've been cut off now of the, and now it's back in rotation. All right, well, That's fine, obviously. Imperm on the Wave King isn't going to actually hurt here as much. But they have to blink the SP. I see the Ghost Spell here. Cuts us off of that. Now we can go ahead and Desiree, negate that. They can still synchro up, but like, do we really worry about that too much? All right, we still have a good couple of things in rotation here. They will make the Shekel here. We'll go ahead and bounce off that, and they have Field Spell to kind of recover back into some additional plays, which is not terrible. They get the revive. Yummy Surprise will go ahead and trigger back the surprise. We still have the giant Desiree here that they're going to have to deal with. And as long as it's Desiree, I mean, it already spun its thing. So depending on what they're going to do, yeah, they have to attack in. We'll go ahead and link Karibo. They attack over this. They still have to deal with this Desiree, which, I mean, sure, they can split apart, but like, sure, you get the Ghost Spell back to him. You get this in defense mode. You get the clip, but you're still forced to deal with this problem that's in front of you. We'll just go ahead and spin right back on into Fiendsmith combo here. Desiree. We'll see the clip chain here. We'll see the negate. And we'll go ahead and fire the Requiem to get the next body up into rotation. And then we just go ahead and take care of our problems here, sending that. Surprise gets Belt and Set the Perch. Okay. Sometimes, you know, you just have to split back apart. It's interesting that Blue ended up losing that too, because he opened up so strong, but that's kind of just how this deck works. We'll see the Pyre into the Yummy here, which you're about to get. Oh, we're going to go for the Fua instead of the Droll. I see. Well, I guess when your hand is the way it is, you got to make your concessions right. And they also drew the Nib here, which if you draw Nib off of this, so, oh, we're passing. Wow. Actually, that's kind of sad. Ghost Spell for the cutoff. We'll go ahead and see the Rotary with the chain. We're going to see the Harmonia come down here as well to spin that off. And we're going to go ahead and see the Yummy Surprise. Okay. We'll see the Vices come down here and spawn. We'll see the Purge cut off. And we're back in Yummy Paradise. Yummy trigger. We know the opponent has Nib, which, I mean, if they're going to have to clear this field to get anything, you see the Droll. All right, now we can go ahead and get the bodies back. If we force the Nib, they're going to be in an even worse position. And I think they might, yeah, they have to force the Nib here, which just means, you know, Fiendsmith combo is the concession. Yeah, it's so strange, right? Like, the Fiendsmith stuff actually is doing great things for this. Now, you do see the opponent gets to start here. We do see the Purge, and they have to set. That's amazing. This is the one time that the Droll not being a tuner hurts. But we have Mirror Resonator. All right, so we have the Droll. We'll go ahead and Yummy into the Mirror Resonator here, so we can go ahead and do Fiendsmith combo. They're going to cut us off a warning, but that's fine because we have Yummy and we have the Hornet Drones, which is insane, by the way. Yummy combo back. And we get a battle phase here to deal damage. That's so good. And we see the concession. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed some of the antics of this block. You guys have a good rest of your day. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.